In about 30 seconds, I'm going to show you a number, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just one number, but it's going to change how you think about your money and about time. Stick with me. But first, let's talk about $150. You already know this feeling. Your money hits your account and it's already gone. Not in some big dramatic way, just a normal way. Rent, the phone bill, the car note, that credit card you're slowly paying down. The $150 is already spoken for before it even lands. That's not you failing. That's just how it works for most people. Their whole life. Most folks never even stop to notice it. Then one night something changes. You're up late scrolling and you see a video. Somebody did the math on what happens if you take $150 a month and just leave it alone somewhere it can grow. You look at the final number, then you look away, then you look back because something hit you. You're a long way from that number. And for the first time, you really get it. Time is the one thing in this whole thing you can't make more of. This story starts with $150. It doesn't end there. Before it's about returns and compound interest, it's about a Tuesday. On a regular Tuesday, you open an investment account, not because you read 10 books, not because you got it all figured out. You open it because you finally get one thing. Not starting costs you two. Nobody sends you a bill for it. But it's real. It's the gap between the life you'll have and the life you could have had. And you won't see that gap clearly until it's too late to do anything about it. You split the $150, 100 goes into a Roth IRA, 50 goes into a regular account. You buy one simple index fund, the kind that owns a little piece of the whole market. You set it to move on its own, automatic every month, and then you do the hardest part of the whole plan, nothing. You leave it alone. The first few weeks, one question won't leave you alone. What if I'm doing this wrong? What if the market drops right after I start? What if there's a smarter way? That worry is normal. It's also pointless because the version of you waiting to be sure is the version that never starts. Nobody's going to tell you it's the perfect time. It is never the perfect time. The $150 leaves on schedule anyway. That's the whole system. Everything else is just noise. 3 months in, you got $450. The market went up a little, down a little, basically nowhere. It looks like nothing happened. This is where most people quit. Not because they made a bad call, because your brain wants to see results. It wants proof that what you did actually did something. And in the first year, you can barely see it. The money is growing. It just doesn't feel like it. That gap between what's real and what feels real is where most people give up. The ones who stay aren't smarter or tougher. They just know one thing. The results are coming. They're just slow. By the end of year one, you've got $1,850. You put in $1,800. The market added about $50. The $50 isn't the point. The point is the 12 times you didn't touch it. The $150 you spent in January is gone. The $150 you kept is still working. Same money. Two completely different endings. But there was something else changed this year, and it's not in the account. Back in January, that $150 felt like a lot to give up. By December, you'd built your month around it, and you barely noticed it was gone. That habit, treating that money like it's not even yours to spend, is worth more than the $1,850. The account can bounce back from a bad year. That habit you can't buy. You build it. Year 3, you've got $6,000. And now it feels different. It doesn't feel like money you saved. It feels like money that's working on its own, even when you're not thinking about it. The money from year 1 is growing on top of the money from year 2, which is growing on top of year 3. Each piece has been in there a different amount of time, all growing at once. So the account is growing faster than you're even putting money in. There's a moment coming. The moment your account makes more in a year than you put in. Right now, $6,000 growing at about 7% makes you around $420 a year. You're putting in $1,800. So the growth is small, way less than what you add. But keep watching that gap. Every year you put in the same amount. Every year the account gets bigger. Every year it makes you more. You're not chasing the finish line. The finish line is walking towards you. And here's a question nobody asks. What if you'd spent that money instead? Not the whole $6,000, just $150 at a time. A dinner, a pair of shoes, stuff you can't even remember now. The money you spent is gone with nothing to show. The money you kept is still here and still growing. You couldn't see the difference in month one. You can see it now. Year 5, you got $10,700. You put in $9,000. The market handed you $1,700 you didn't work for. You didn't earn it with hours. It just showed up because money sitting in the market grows, and that growth grows too, and it keeps going on its own once it starts. All it needs from you is to not mess with it, because in year 4, the market dropped. Not a little dip, a real drop, the kind that makes the news, the kind that has people panicking and calling their financial advisor. You watch your account go down for weeks, and you didn't sell, you didn't stop your $150, you did nothing, which is the hardest thing to do when a number you spent years building is going the wrong way. Then it came back, it always has, but you didn't know that for sure while it was happening. You held on anyway. That right there is what separates people who actually build something from people who only stick around when it's easy. Being comfortable is not a plan. It never was. At $10,700, this isn't a savings account anymore. It's a foundation. You can't see the whole house yet, but you can feel the difference between standing on something and standing on nothing. 10 years in, you've got $26,000 and something just happened that you've been waiting on without even knowing it. Your account now makes more in a year than you put in. In a good year, $26,000 grows by about $1,800. You're putting in $1,800. For the first time, the account is pulling its own weight. This is the crossover. This is the moment the money already inside matters more than the new money you add. You're still putting in your $150. You always will, but the math just flipped. The account isn't waiting on you anymore. It's pulling ahead. That you do some math you've never done. What if you started 5 years later? Same $150, same everything. Just started at 30 instead of 25. Right now you'd have about $10,700 instead of $26,000. That's a $15,000 difference. $15,000 just for waiting 5 years. Nobody hands you a bill for it. But it's real, it's gone, and you can't get it back. There's one more thing at year 10. A guy at work has watched you skip the expensive lunches for 10 years straight. One day he asks if the investing thing was actually worth it. You tell him your number, he gets quiet. Then he says he's been meaning to start. You just nod. You don't say what you're thinking. You've been doing this long enough to know exactly what meaning to start costs. 15 years. You got $47,500. You put in $27,000. The market added $20,500 you never worked for, and that gap keeps growing. By year 20, the market's part passes yours. By year 30, the money you put in is the small part. That's the thing nobody can wrap their head around at the start. The money you put in becomes a smaller number. The market does the heavy lifting. Here's what no chart shows you. At $47,500, the account doesn't feel exciting. It feels quiet, less like a trophy, more like solid ground under your feet. You don't think about it most days. It doesn't need you to. That's exactly why it works. And you finally understand the people who never started. Not judging them, understanding them. You remember how month 1 felt, how year 1 looked like nothing. That gap between what it is and what it feels like early on is wide enough that most people quit. They weren't crazy to feel what they felt. They were just wrong about what it meant. 20 years, you got $78,000. You put in $36,000. The market added $42,000. So for every dollar you put in, the market put in more than $1 on top. That's not a guess. That's just an average return left alone for 20 years. In a normal year now, The account makes you around $5,000 on its own. You didn't work a single hour for it. This is the year your city gets shaky. Layoffs, stores closing, that heavy feeling in the air that touches everybody eventually. You feel it too, but it hits you different now. You've got something under you that wasn't there 20 years ago. Fear has a weaker grip when there's a floor beneath you, and through all of it, the $150 never changed. You make a lot more now than when you started, but you kept the payment the same. You didn't fix what wasn't broke. 30 years, you've got $183,000. You put in $54,000. The market put in $129,000. You're 55 years old, sitting on $183,000 that started as one Tuesday, one automatic payment, and one decision to leave it alone. And this isn't the only thing you have. There's the house, there's your retirement account from work, there's a little here and there from the good years. The $150 account is just one piece, but it's the piece that started first. And because it started first, it had the most time. And time is where all the magic happens. Sometimes you think about the version of you that never started, not with regret, just with the math. That person isn't worse than you. They didn't do anything wrong, they just waited, and waiting for 30 years grew into something too, just in the wrong direction. Somewhere tonight, there's somebody about 25 years old looking at their phone. They've got $150 sitting in their account that hasn't been spent yet. It came in this week and it's just sitting there. In a day or two, something is gonna grab it. A bill, a night out, something that'll feel completely worth it because it is. The $150 was never the problem. The decision is the problem. They don't know it yet. But the choice in front of them isn't a $150 choice. It's a $129,000 choice. And here's the question I still can't answer. How many of them sitting there right now with that $150 still unspent are just one video away from doing it different?